Leo Virgo to your Astrodice reading for March. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Best messages coming out. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so let's roll this dice. Best message, please, for the beautiful Leo Virgo Cusp. Okay, guys, what do we have? We have some Neptune energy into the 4th house, using some Aquarius energy. Okay. That Neptune energy coming in. We're talking about that illusion, spirituality, confusion to surrender. Yearnings and your longings with some Aquarius energy. This Aquarius energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. It also has the abilities of detachment, independence, and some future vision and unconditional thinking. So, I mean, it's pretty big. Actually, guys, hold on. I'm going to move this up a little bit, okay? I didn't realize it was down so low. There we go. Sorry about that. Going straight into the 4th house. Your home and the roots of your being. There it is. Emotional foundation, family, private life, the house itself, your pets. Okay, let's see what's going on. Getting straight into the situation. It takes place in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. It looks like so far what we have is this energy is talking about the need to see my foundations clearly without having any kind of illusions forming around them, any kind of ideas that don't fit the patterns. Okay, let's see. Look at that. We have justice coming out. Could be a divorce going on or getting over a divorce for some of you in the 4th house. Trying to get something fair, justified. Having that freedom. Look at this. I love the freedom in the Aquarius with the Leo freedom over here with the Sun. It's talking about really freeing yourself for what's justified when it comes to the King of Pentacles. I could be dealing with a Taurus, doesn't have to be. But in the 4th house, it is talking about that stability with the King of Pentacles. A long-held belief and security. It might not have been as accurate as you wanted it to be. You might be even seeing a turnaround. So it's the foundation of correction has been pushing itself in a place of fairness. Wow. So there definitely is some truth to this situation. So what I might have felt was not 100% real is now becoming the reality that I wanted to see. That's interesting. That's very interesting if you guys think about that. I've been kind of fantasizing about it being a certain way. I wasn't sure if it was going to be that way. And now all of a sudden it's starting to show the truth of the matter, that it is stabilizing, that it is becoming the way I envisioned it to be. But at first it was like there was no clarity. It could have been from this solar eclipse or this lunar eclipse that really was showing that clarity, really opening up to how things could be forming. Right? This is not emotional confusion. I don't believe there was any emotional confusion really to the situation. It was fog. It was, I'm not sure, thinking how it was going to be. I was putting myself into this place. And this is the clarity stepping in and saying, no, look, everything's stabilizing. Everything's going the way you thought. You don't need to be confused if things are actually moving in the direction that you wanted them to be in. You may have felt in February that you were trying to sidestep or overforce it to become the way you wanted it to be because you didn't see it leveling out. And now it's saying, nah, it's been leveling out. The foundation that might have felt off has been changing. It just might not have been as fast as you wanted it to be, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you were looking for it to become clearer quicker. You wanted it to fix itself faster. And it just felt like it wasn't. But now it's starting to expose itself of, no, you're on the right path. Everything's going good over here, Leo Virgo. You're okay. So whatever it is that's going on that you wanted that fairness, it's finally coming through. It's showing its face. It's exposing itself. No long drawn out confusion anymore. Wow. Whether it's a family member or the house or a divorce or whatever the situation is, you have the star coming out in the mid-month. Wow. Look at that. To the 3 of Wands. Yeah, you might have felt like you're still kind of in a little bit of a challenge mode. But no matter what, the clarity is already showing up in the beginning of the month to free you from this situation, revealing its truth. So if it's some kind of legal matter, resolving your financial situation, whatever it is, guys, it's saying this is going to secure the long-term comfort. Now, you might start feeling it moving into that direction and you're really seeing it, but there's still something here that still feels a little challenging. And you might feel like you're still put in this place of where I still have to gear up and protect myself. Now, it could just be from somebody, right? I almost want to clarify on that because it makes me feel like, okay, that's fine and all, that everything's clearing up and everything's going the way it wants to be. But then in the mid-month, oh, what is going on? I usually don't pull many clarifiers, guys, but this one is kind of like, okay, but then if everything's going right, why are you still protecting yourself? Are you protecting yourself from the what ifs, mights, and how it could be what if? Clarify on this. And if it's a person, please give me a person card. You're protecting yourself from any more hurts and pains. Okay. From any more failures, from any more disasters that could happen. So it is in your mind like, okay, I hope this stays. I hope this, continues, because I'm getting out of the 3 of Swords. Because no matter what, even though it's clarifying itself, is saying everything's clearing up and going in your direction, you could still be needing to heal from that situation. Feeling like, oh God, I hope it doesn't fall again. I hope it stays this way. I hope. Right? But keeping that hope. But the hope that I love from the star card isn't it's not one of those, well, it could be though with the 10 of Swords, but kind of being trapped in your mind. But this one's saying have trust and faith. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about the what ifs, ands, and because this could happen, that could happen, right? Don't allow yourself down that rabbit hole. That's really what it's saying. Right, because you are moving on to your intentions. You see all this yellow? All this yellow is solar plexus energy. That's saying you're moving towards the sun. You're moving in the guidance of the sun towards the intentions, waiting for those ships to come in. But then there's something over here that says, well, that's okay. I'm going to keep myself protected still, even though things are turning around. Because, I just got out of the shit hole over here. I don't want that same rabbit hole to come back at me. I don't want to worry if that's going to, happen again. I don't need any more swords. So it's saying you don't think that way. But it's going to be hard when a lot of people have gone through hard times, right? It's hard sometimes. We're only human. To think, what if it comes back? What if it only resolves itself for the beginning of the month and then it returns? Understandable. But Spirit's saying that's not what we're looking at. What we're looking at is, worst case scenario. But that's why they're saying have trust and faith within the situation. Okay? So let's get into the end of the month. But as you can see, let me just remind you something here. Remember, you're not dead, right? His hand is up. So it's saying that I'm taking in the good energy. So a lot of you could be, in a healing area as well. So not truly trusting that just yet, but they want you to trust that. End of the month, the Chariot, the Three of Cups in reverse to the Three of Pentacles. Okay. See? There was some stuff that was going on within your community of people, of somebody around you who just keeps, it could be, they could have you in your mind that they're going to screw this up again. Or there's a possibility that this could fall again. Okay. So definitely I do feel like there is something here that you just don't truly trust yet. You're keeping faith that it will come in, that's going to stay grounded, it's going to keep itself long term, it's going to keep itself healthy from the beginning of the month, but there is something in your mind that says, yeah, we'll see about that. So I do feel the pull of, I want to keep this, I'm keeping the faith, then the mind goes, I don't know about this, I don't know how long they can actually do something, I don't know how long this can actually hold up. So you're definitely teeter-tottering on two different thoughts. It's like it's that angel and devil expression. We have the devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other, and I do feel you guys being pulled in those directions, right? So at the end of the month, you do have the Chariot, Three of Cups in reverse to the Three of Pentacles. I like the Chariot. Still building. This movement is being done with discernment. I like it. Because the Chariot is saying there is forward movement, control. You're using your willpower, and you're trying to direct this to keep it in line with what you've seen and what you know clearly that it could be, should be, and should stay this way. So even though you're teeter-tottering in the mid-month, I feel like you're coming back around. I think it's because you're noticing it didn't. It was all the ego mind trying to pull you into one direction, right? Trying to keep the faith, but I'm not sure if this is going to work. So the negative got thrown away and the positive is coming through with the Chariot. Not sitting in fear, not trying to steer yourself in a different direction, not going on what if, how, no. Finally taking the control of your own destiny. This is a destiny card. Destiny, 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 right? Major arcanas. You might even say, you know what, not everyone is going to come with me. They might not be on the same page as me, but that's okay. At least they're not affecting me. And maybe that, like I said before, for some of you, it could have been a person that you were afraid of, especially if you're getting a divorce. You might be afraid that they're coming back to affect you, coming back to, however, because there's definitely some kind of third-party interference going on. But like I said, I feel like over here was more in your mind of the fear of the situation. But you're not sharing your plans publicly. You're cutting out all the distractions. You're avoiding any drama. You're avoiding anyone from coming back to interfere in this situation. No, they're not here to disrupt anymore. You could be pulling away from certain friends that have been causing your household a lot of problems, but we're in the fourth house, so it's more than likely family members or very close people that you consider family friends. And if you consider your work home, some people do. They're like, I'm at work way more than I'm at home. I work 13 hours a day. Some people do. Then you could say it's your coworkers. Okay. I never dismiss that because some people do actually think of their work as home. And those people are their family. So if you do feel that way, it could be at work. It could be coworkers. I never dismiss that. It's the day and age we live in, right? It's not just always 8-hour days. But you're protecting your private space and keeping your home matters private more than anything. No outside noise. And maybe it was somebody at work who's getting into and involved in your home space. Or maybe it was a friend who was interrupting your space, getting too involved. Okay? So whatever it is, you're protecting yourself and it's working. There's more teamwork being had. And that way that you wanted it to be seen is definitely showing. This is the way I wanted it to be. I don't know if it's going to work, but now it's saying it's going to work, and now it's showing up. Even though you may have some fears in the mid-month of it actually keeping that way. Sometimes it is hard, though, especially if somebody is trying to still interfere. Okay? Take that how it resonates. Guys, this is beautiful. You're really building an emotional foundation at this time. But this time you're doing it wisely. Whatever was going on in February, it might have felt like it wasn't working correctly. But you keep moving forward, not loudly, but just intentionally. We see the intention. And you got the biggest yes card in the whole deck and the blessing. So it will feel like a blessing in disguise. Because anything that was triggering you, anything that was going on, is now dissipating. And maybe it was hard in the mid-month for some of you. I'm just going to bring this to light for you to believe that this is going to continue to work, because maybe it's been going on for so long that it's a lot of chitter chatter. There's a lot of things going on. So it's hard to say it's just going to move away. But it is. Okay. Through the power of your focus and what you're doing and the way you're handling things, things are clicking in the right direction and moving in the right direction. Okay. Maybe for some of you it was just ignoring somebody as well. Okay. So until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.